Well, as he said, I graduated here in 2012, and I'm a senior about to graduate Charmer High School. First of all, congratulations on making honors. It is a very big deal, and you should be proud of yourselves on working hard to get here. The best piece of advice for high school I can give you, no matter what, even if you're just here moving up a grade, is work hard for your grades. Grades are so important, and once you work hard and you get those good grades, you'll be so proud of yourself. There is no better feeling in getting a good grade on your report card. Going to college next year, my grades were very important to me. Your GPA, which is your grade point average, will start your very first day of your freshman year and will be set in stone once you graduate. Starting off with a high GPA freshman year is key, and that's like your very starting point, and that will set your GPA for the rest of your 4 years. And once your junior year starts to come to an end, the college process will begin. This is where your GPA really helps. Most colleges will have a range of GPA in your ACT score where you have to fall in. Having a high GPA and tested well on your ACT score will help you get into college, but they will also help you get scholarships. And scholarships will be your best friend because they will save you thousands of dollars. I myself am going to Illinois State next year, and the other day I saw the cost for next year alone, and that is very terrifying. Luckily, I got an academic scholarship through the university to put a dent into that number. Going through high school, I'm so grateful for what all the teachers and staff, and especially what Mr. Kirsch have done for me, my preparation for the past 4 years. We are so blessed that God has put us through St. Peter's and allowed us to be taught by his servants. After the first couple months of my freshman year, I realized how much more prepared I was for high school than most other kids that went to public schools. You should always be proud of attending St. Peter's when you meet new people in high school. Even though your academics are huge, I think the more important thing that has been taught here in St. Peter's and at school in general is your relationship with other people. Friendship is so important, and it can change people's lives. As you go through high school, you'll meet so many new friends, but the most important thing is to stay in touch with people that you graduated here. My best friend came here in 7th grade, and we did everything together in the 2 years that we had together. Both spring breaks, we basically lived at each other's house. But once we graduated, it became harder and harder to see each other just because he was going to a different high school farther from here. But we were able to still keep in touch, and we still keep in touch every now and then. But that's going to be so much easier for you guys because social media now is a lot more than it was here, or when I graduated. Being a good friend to someone can change their lives, and it is so important for you to do that. The first day of my sophomore basketball camp, we had a new kid, and his name is Toru. His family moved here from Japan and early into freshman year, but I didn't see him that much in the hallways. That first day of basketball camp, he barely spoke any English and knew none of our names. And when I say none of our names or no English, it was the funniest thing ever. My coach would have him be captain, and he would stand from left to right and pick someone like this. And that's how we picked teams, and it was the funniest thing ever. And our team, we could have easily just picked fun of him and made fun of him and used him as our entertainment. But we didn't. We took him into our family and made him feel part of one of us. We would teach him English in America and things to do around here, and he would teach us about living in Japan and his culture. And by the time basketball season came up that fall, he had grown so much, and he was very fluent in English by then. And you could tell he was just so much more relaxed than he was at camp. After our very last game this season as our senior group, we got to talk to each other and what we felt like, how we had grown with each other. And when it was Toru's turn, you could see all the appreciation he had for us. And that just showed us how much we changed his life for the better. And in the end, it was beneficial for us because all the Japanese candy he would give us is so much better than all this stuff here. God has blessed you and I by letting us be able to learn about him and his virtues, and it is our responsibility to share it with others to make them feel his love. The last piece of advice I can give you is to not be afraid to try new things. In high school or in the community, join a club or a sport or volunteer somewhere. I guarantee you, you will have a positive experience with what you decide to try. And in high school, go to every dance you possibly can. They're so much fun, and even the winter formals, people won't go to them, but in my experiences, they are so much better than homecoming dances. Thank you, Mr. Zeppi and Mrs. Olson, for inviting me to speak up here. And once again, congratulations on your honors and keep up the hard work.